series of the night. Just see you once again. They are indeed ready. Great. And we will be moving on to Route 66. What a great way to start out the night. Then with these two teams, as we will have on the blue hand side alternate attacks to Liz, Octo, Nex, Nil, Cranks, Ruby. And on the red hand side, it will be Ico, IPN, Envision, Decode, MKL, and Tricky. As the teams are showing their hellos in chat. Always welcomed.
Group up with me.
We will see, for now at least, interestingly enough, Cranks stick to that Genji on defense. Cranks has been one of those players that has been favoring Genji on defense, even on maps you would normally see him being played on. And he put him to good use. Definitely one of the better Genji players out there. Nil, of course, on that hit scan once again. We'll be looking to pop heads and pull his weight once more. As we will see the team mostly set up on the right hand side, interestingly enough. Not really on big girls for now. Might change once a round starts. And so far from Oslo Lions, we will be noticing a dive composition with Pharah and Genji, followed up by a Winston and that Zarya. Definitely like to see that Zarya come through, but in the meantime, they will also go for the Pharah Mercy combo on MKL and Ico. As we see Ico just scout ahead, poke around with those rockets, gets a few good hits so far. Doesn't really get any kills off of it though. With the damage boost will be a big nuisance, however, as the Reinhardt's not there to protect most of his team. But no first blood as of yet. We'll see them dive on in. Envision and Co looking for that first blood. Ico gets it onto Next. Envision now hunting down the Pharah, but we'll have to go back 2 for 2 so far. Ico still doing so much work, gets a third one, sets his sights on the Reinhardt, and this is looking like a good push for Oslo. Reinhardt should go down. Envision's finally getting that kill to Liz. Onto down for now, but you gotta question that positioning off of the big girls and off of the Reinhardt. As the push continues, Ico already with the ultimate available. Cranks popping that Dragon Blade, but no kills secured. And the cart is approaching that first point at a huge pace. No one to stop him for now. And the aggression continuing on for this lineup. Even Envision running back, Decode, propping that Primal Rage, keeping them at bay. The res coming in, but so far 2 for 1. Earth Shatter connects, and can they do it next? With a good kill, Sound Barriers to follow suit. And alternate attacks turn things around. Things are looking better and better. Ico will go down. Ruby getting that killed, and never mind. Alternate attacks will be using a lot of ultimates, but they will manage to defend the point. Cranks now, even swapping to that Tracer. Will look to have success similar to what we've seen of players like Sinatra over on the NA side of things. Spots out Decode for now. Still poking at this red lineup of Oslo. So far though, pretty much uncontested. Rotation is good from Darren. Closing in onto the cart. Decode trying to dive in and ooh, gets hooked. Octo getting the first kill there. Cranks gets a sticky onto IPN. Follow-up kill onto MKL, and this is looking like a great team fight once more for alternate. And that first push was looking great for Oslo, but unfortunately for them, maybe got a bit too greedy. chasing those kills, those staggers, and in the end, with 40 seconds remaining, a lot of ultimates available for Oslo. Should still potentially make it so that they can get at least that first point push. Tricky will have the Graviton. Rocket Barrage used by Aiko, but doesn't get anything off of it. Graviton catches only one. And so far, a very scrappy fight, but 3-4-1 in favor of Oslo. Ruby finally gonna go down. Cranks, though, takes down Tricky. Octo still alive on the point. Will be naded. Cranks finally going down, and Oslo should be taking this first point. As we head into overtime. Roadhog going down to Liz, looking to annoy. Nil almost takes Aiko down. Looking to do as much damage as possible. Extend that time as they continue to contest, and with the nano boost onto Octo, can they do it? Still alive, takes down 2, gets that double kill. Looking for more. Does have that Earth Shatter, but will go down. Nano boost onto Aiko, and also Alliance finally push it to that first point, but it's looking really rough. Decode up and available with the Primal Rage. Octo and Nildo will be having 2 ultimates up and ready to go. Cranks swapping over to that Genji once more. Looking for Aiko for now, and MKL. Dashes over to him and to this back line. Not really contested so far, but ooh, Aiko gets a triple. Next with a nice hook. We'll have that ultimate ready, but so far 3 for 2. Cranks will go down. Primal Rage popped by Decode. Not sure if he's low HP and forced to use it, but good fight for Oslo, and push continues. Vision. Now with the Dragon Blade, will be looking favorable to potentially win the next team fight too. Small pause coming in. Ruby keyboard died. F in the chat for poor keyboard. Ooh, and in the black screen. Alright. We'll be waiting on Ruby then. Hopefully he can sort things as soon as possible. It's just gonna restart. But once more, I do like this composition coming out of Oslo Alliance. It's just that after that very successful first team fight win, they didn't really seem to snowball things all the way through towards that first point. It was really good of aTTaX to come back in and use those ultimates appropriately. Not overcommitting, but using enough of them to turn things back towards their favor, pushing it to overtime. And now Oslo, while they can still win the next team fight, they will have only 1 minute and 26 seconds remaining. And big thing for aTTaX is that Liz will have that sound barrier defensively. So even though Envision does have the Dragon Blade available, sound barrier will be enough to mitigate it. And Nex and Nil with Whole Hog and Tac Visor will also be looking to do cleanup and just wipe Oslo Lions once more for that next team fight. But Tricky is up at 74% with his ultimate charge. If Oslo Lions potentially will just try to force as many ultimates out of alternate attack, or yeah, just force as many ultimates out of this alternate attacks lineup, just so they can build up that Graviton and just go off of that rather than, okay, say, stagger the team fights until they have it and go off a Dragon Blade combo. Because as said, with the sound barrier being available for alternate attacks, having that available is just going to be enough to mitigate that potential team fight win. And as I say that, Envision will be going in. Sound barrier is forced, and this is looking great for Oslo potentially, but 2-4-0 already will definitely be enough to push them back. As Tricky managed to get that ultimate charge, IPN 70% with his, and as mentioned, that does seem to be what Oslo is looking for. Just force that ultimate out of alternate attacks. Even whole hog going out. 50 seconds remaining. They know they don't have a lot of time to work with, and they need to make it work off of the graviton. Tricky coming off onto the side with the rest of his team, as most of the alternate attacks lineup will be set up on high ground. Graviton will catch free onto the bridge. So far 1 for 1, but with the nice leap onto Cranks, will it be enough? Nildo takes 2. Aiko gets hooked, and now with the nano boost, looking to build up that charge as well. Looking for those targets, set his sights onto the Roadhog, was bionated as well, but Octo will answer with a 1, and good Earth Shatter will catch 2, getting the triple kill. MKL is gonna go down. Octo comes out huge with a quad. And alternate attacks now will be looking to defend the card.
Complete. Score 0-1. Switching sides.
And a good defense coming out of alternate attacks. Also Alliance, it seemed like they had the right idea there in the end, but unfortunately for them, Octo had other plans in his mind, on his mind. Having a good, or rather great Earth Shatter. No res available for the Mercy. Instead, set triple kill, followed up by the quad with that Mercy kill. Unfortunately for Oslo Lions, will be the end of their push, but we'll see what they can do over on the defensive side of things. So far, they seem to be going for double hit scan. Curious if they're gonna stick with it. Icon, that Soldier in Vision on that McCree, and even MKL on Zenyatta. No Lucio on this lineup. Whereas alternate attacks will have a triple threat setup. No Zarya compared to what Oslo was running. Just a Soldier instead over on Nil's side. And yeah, Oslo Lions will be sticking with this composition. Seems like MKL will go with the Zenyatta. This corridor will be really annoying for any of the flankers potentially coming out of alternate attacks. It will be Cranks so far, as well as just Nex. Looking very unlikely that he can have a lot of uptime in the air. Discord plus 2 hit scan DPS means almost certain death, generally speaking, but we'll see if Nex can pull through. Go with his team and find a few angles where he can get a few kills before any deaths can occur. Tricky once again on that Zarya. Definitely love seeing more Zarya out of these teams. Good Bionade on to the members of Oslo setup on Big Girls. Will first Tricky down. Going really, really low. Nice hit onto McCree. Chariots 1 for 1. And that's the problem. Nex is kind of forced to play low. Can't really stick to high ground. Ooh, and Octo will go down. Card continues to push, however. Will force Deco to drop down and contest. But Oslo will be able to hold. And Vision already built up with his ulti to 86%. Doing a lot of work on this McCree. But now, being left on top of Big Girls, instead, he needs to wait for his teammates to come back up, else he's gonna be contested by the Genji, by the Winston. And now, we'll see Octo running in, jumping onto the backline, forcing them out of that favorable position. Now next to the card, will be forced to disengage. Cranks gets the kill onto Decode, sets his sights onto the Zarya. Tricky will go down. And now, Envision with the Dead Eye does not get any kills. And Cranks still with the Dragon Blade available. Aiko will pop that attack visor, but unfortunately for him, not gonna get any kills. And alternate attacks managed to push through. Great first push out of him. Not even forced to use any ultimates there. Means that they're looking very good here for that next team fight. Envision will be swapping over to the Roadhog. Decode will at least have that Earth Shatter available. Could potentially turn things around back into their favor. Octo lying in wait from the sides. Cranks potentially looking for that Dragon Blade. Aiko forced to go down. Sound Barrier was popped, and now with the Dragon Blade, gets the first kill onto the Anos. Now looks for Aiko. Doesn't get anything else just yet. MKL really low. Finally goes down, and it's 3-4-0 in favor of Alternate. Now finally Aiko takes one for himself, but once more, he's gonna be left alone on the card. And this means Alternate aTTaX will be able to get a swift first round, or rather map win. GG.
Final score 2-1.
And what a dominant offense coming out of Alternate. So Octo played a game for that quad. Good stuff. Coming out of Alternate aTTaX, we definitely did see some good planets coming out of also Alliance 2. I really liked that first offensive push. I generally prefer the Zarya in the dive compositions, as the shields as well as Graviton can come up big in terms of winning those team fights, especially if they want to not get staggered even at times. And unfortunately for them, it does mean that Alternate aTTaX will have a 1-0 lead in the series. It will be a best of 3, so it's not over yet for Oslo, and even if they do lose this one, they will be knocked over into the losers bracket. But next map will be Dorado, coming up for this matchup. And of course, teams once more swapping over sides as per usual. But Dorado will be the choice for Oslo. Another escort map coming right up. We'll be curious if they will be swapping over compositions. Some teams, especially on Dorado, have even run, or rather, have been running that Symmetra. Seems like it will not be the case for Oslo, but instead, we might see the Torbjorn pick. The Swedish Dwarf will be the choice for MKL. Will be interesting to see if it pays off. This is indeed another one of those picks that certain teams have been running on defense, just like the Symmetra previous mentioned. MKL will be looking to set up a turret over to the right hand side. And once again, Tricky will be on that Zarya. Triple tank composition plus soldier for Oslo. IPN, solo healing. And Cranks once more on the Pharah. As I was getting ready to say that he will be sticking to the Genji, but no, we'll go for the Pharah. Next on the Roadhog, as Oslo already gonna be giving up on that high ground, looking to go back next to the fountain. MKL setting up the turret all the way to the back, but Cranks with that Pharah switch definitely coming up big, trying to shut down the opposing Torbjorn, not letting him set up any turrets, and that's a problem Torbjorn can have. But Tricky gets the first kill. Could mean that it will be able to have enough time to win this, but Decode having Earth Shatter, nice shield coming through for Octo. Will keep his team safe so far. Was 1-1. Nano Boost will come through on both ends. Octo charging in, but Envision will be taken down. And so far, still, things looking overall pretty damn good for Oslo. We'll see if they can keep it up. We'll be forced to regroup, head back. But Octo will have that Earth Shatter available. Tech Visor and Graviton available for Oslo. Will be big. Molten Core up and ready for MKL soon enough. Turret was destroyed, however. We'll look to set it up once more. But Nil will be popping the Tech Visor. Earth Shatter coming through from Octo. So far, 1-0. Envision will be taking Nil down, popping his Tech Visor. But 2 for 2. Cranks in the back, looking for IPN. Finally gonna go down, but he's gonna fall for it too. And so far, still, Tricky and Co. managing to pull through. Defense will be good for Oslo.
My ultimate is charging.
Not sure if MKL really needed to use Molten Core there, but 3 ultimates will be available for Oslo for that next team fight. And Vision rapidly getting his up too. Over on the right hand side, Cranks did swap over to that Genji. Will be worse in terms of dealing with the turret, but now we'll see the whole hog come in response. Gets hooked though. Nice one coming out of next. 2 for 2. Ruby makes it a 3 for 2 so far, but Envision says no. Equalize it once more with a Helix onto Nil. Can they keep it up though? They still have the Tech Visor up and available for Oslo. Means that Envision will be able to push alternate back. And the Sorbian still doing work. Now without a Fair in the mix, means that we'll have at least a slightly better time in terms of setting up his turrets, but Graviton once more coming out of Tricky. 4 for 1 and another team fight win for Oslo. And Tricky definitely on fire this round. Building up his ultimate so fast, dealing so much damage. And with 20 seconds remaining, this is not looking good for alternate. They need to make it work. A lot of ultimates up and ready to go soon for them. Almost 4, but Envision and Decode looking to answer. Sound Barrier will be popped. Dragon Blade not yet up for Cranks. Will be using it. Finds the first target. 2 for 1. Good Earth Shatter coming out of the red team. Molten Core being popped out of MKL, but it's not gonna be enough. Alternate attacks. Finally managed to get that first point push. They did save up a lot of ultimates. And they managed to pull through, but a lot of time spent for that first point. MKL will swap over to the Lucio, unsurprisingly. Next to Ruby. We'll still have that whole hog available as well as the Tech Visor, but Aiko will get the first blood. Envision with that Nano Boost Tech Visor would get one in return as well. Looking for next, gets him. And Oslo with another great team fight. Wipes the floor with alternate. And Envision will be running towards that high ground once again. Don't really see Oslo going too aggressive to push towards the spawn, but Nex is looking to go down here really low. So far 2 for 1, but Decode stuck behind enemy lines will be able to make his grand escape, however. And Aiko will be the big important character here for Oslo as he takes a double kill. Secures another team fight win for his team. We'll have that whole hog available soon, and Tricky with Graviton once again. We're looking to win another team fight, but Decode will go in, and now once more. Doesn't even need that Graviton as Nil gets a good advantage off of that high ground for a single kill, but once more, Oslo coming up big here. Decode will go down. Maybe a bit too deep.
My ultimate is charging.
But still. 27 seconds remaining. This is not looking too great for alternate. They need to make it work. They have a lot of ultimates, so
Everyone heal up.
they could potentially do it. But a good Graviton out of Tricky means that they could stop them dead in its tracks. 11 seconds remaining. Graviton is out, and with the Nano Boost attack visor coming out of both teams, means a 1-for-1 so far. Chaotic team fights 2 for 2, but Oslo Lions are looking to hold. Lucio will be hooked and killed. And a good first round for Oslo Lions.
Score 0-1. Switching sides.
Seems like we have a few problems for IPN. Some FPS issues, but we will go to a pause real quick if needed. In-game pause, that is, once the timer runs out, if it doesn't manage to get back into the game. But never mind, IPN seems to be back, hopefully good to go as well. But MKL with the Torbjorn pick. Seems like it was indeed a good choice. I definitely agree with Cranks' decision there at the beginning to swap over to the Pharah once they saw the Torbjorn being out of the Oslo Lions lineup. But unfortunately for them, they did only manage to get the cart through that first point in overtime, and this is looking great for Oslo Lions potentially to equalize the series and make it 1-1. So far, seems like they're going to be preferring a dive composition with the triple threat to Liz on that Symmetra instead of a Torbjorn over here on the alternate aTTaX side of things. Turret setup. Decently spread out, looking to build up charge as much as possible here as the round will start. Aiko looking for a few concussion grenades. Octo will be down and forced to charge out of there, as well as the rest of the alternate aTTaX lineup. They will regroup all the way to the back. Aiko will be on turret duty, looking to destroy as many as possible. Just to be annoying for that alternate aTTaX lineup. And Vision will have to recall out of there. Still though, cleaning up to Liz's sentry turrets for now. Looking for any potential targets. Does not want to get hooked, however. Crank's lying in wait. Nil as well, all the way in the back. But Decode now, going in, will actually be really, really low. Go down, but Envision and Co. getting a few kills in return. 2 for 2 so far. To Liz will be really, really low. And to Liz, will force a recall, but will even get the kill. The microwave beam, too strong. Envision will go down, and Oxo, the only one left on the cart, will be killed off by the blue team. Oslo Lions continuing on with the push. Envision now with the pulse bomb available, gets the sticky. Cranks will be saved by the shield though. Didn't go too low, gets the kit off onto Envision. Nice hook. And to Liz, will opt for the shield gen instead of the teleporter. Nano Boost and attack visor, as well as the whole hog, available for alternate attacks. And with the shield gen, being up for alternate attacks. They're looking to stay alive as much as possible throughout these upcoming team fights. But Aiko, man on a mission with MKL, all the way in the back. I already have the 007 music in my head, but with the Rocket Barrage, we'll take out the shield gen, and 3-4-1 so far for Also Alliance, making it look great for them. To Liz will go in, but will go down, and Aiko with that push all the way from behind makes it work. And that's the problem with the shield gen as well. Not that that positioning, be it shield gen, be it the other option, would have mattered with the teleporter. And still, Cranks keeping up with the whole hog. Aiko trying to force alternate attacks out of the high ground position with the concussion grenade. Gets a kill off onto Nil. Nicely done. And ooh, the hook coming out of Cranks, but hook 2.0 will keep Aiko safe. Still, however, Decode will be going in with a Primal Rage, pushing them back. Cranks really low, and Vision getting the first kill. And this is looking good for Also Alliance. Team fight win. Going over for them. Pushing that card ever so slowly to victory. Aiko will have the Rocket Barrage, but with so many ultimates up and ready for alternate attacks, you gotta give them advantage coming into this next team fight. They need to make it work. If they lose this next team fight, it's pretty much a map loss. But Graviton goes out. Octo gets a charged kill onto Decode. And so far 2-0. MKL gets slapped midair, falls to the ground. To Liz finalizes that kill. But so far, nil even. Going a bit deep, looking for Aiko. Deals it out, but Envision only want to get a kill for Oslo. Still being really annoying on that Tracer.
I am ready to resurrect you.
My ultimate is almost ready.
But ultimate advantage. Swap now all the way over to Oslo Alliance side of things, and with 2 minutes remaining,
My ultimate
they're
is
looking
charged.
in great shape here. But Octo is no slouch with that Earth Shatter. Cranks will be popping the whole hog so far. 1 for 2. Aiko gets a double kill off the Rocket Barrage, and now still alive, looking for a kill onto Cranks. But with the sound barrier coming out of the red team, they could potentially be able to hold. Nil, even having that attack visor, we're in back to the spawn. Or rather from the spawn. And we'll just straight up pop that attack visor, making sure that they win the team fight. But Tricky gets them in the end. And this is a very scrappy one. Can Also Alliance do it? Graviton will be used by next. Catches 3 members of Oslo. But Aiko and MKL still up and ready on top. Aiko finally going down next. Coming up big on that Zarya. With the Graviton, with the double kill. Means that Oslo will be pushed back. And now, with 50 seconds remaining, alternate attacks might have done it. Octo still with Earth Shatter. Ruby will have that nano boost available soon. Looking better and better for alternate attacks now. However, Envision is looking to get a good spot all the way from behind, but doesn't get any kills. Sets the sights onto Ruby, who by an 80 if it catches him. But Octo with the Earth Shatter now gets a kill. Rocket Barrage was used, but 3-4-1 to make that 4-4-1 for the red team. Res is good, but will it be enough as Octo charges all the way back? Cranks will go down on that Tracer, and Tricky looking to be the big decider here. Gets a kill, nicely done. And Octo with that charge all the way to the back, not having the shield available for his team. Might be enough for Oslo to push the cart all the way through. Can they do it? This is so close. We see Ruby back onto the point, as well as Cranks. Cranks using that pulse bomb, doesn't get any. Envision getting the double kill, gets the triple, and now we see the final members running back onto the point out of alternate attacks, but Decode getting a few extra kills in. Oslo Lions equalized at 1-1. GG.
Final score.
And don't let Blizzard fool you. It is the Lions team that will be getting that win, and Tricky play the game.
Огонь по готовности.
Tricky coming up big on that Zarya, managing to not only stay charged up most of the time, but getting ult charge really fast. I do believe on the defensive side of things, he did manage to have at least 2 ultimates before alternate attacks got that push in the end for that first point capture, and good job by Oslo. You got a question, unfortunately, for alternate attacks. Octo there, charging back, not being there with the shield available for his team, could have been potentially the big reason why they lost that final team fight, but still really well done by Lions. And we will be moving on to our final map in the series, and it will be Lijiang Tower. As teams once again swap sides, of course. Surprising nobody. Alright. And a control map to close it all off. Lijiang on top of it. Potentially, Zenyatta will be the choice for Ruby. On this side of alternate, we've seen a decent amount of Zenyatas, especially on Lijiang. But dive composition with a triple threat so far will be the choice on both ends. Soldier to round up that triple DPS. No, will be really low. We started it all off. We'll get that first kill onto Division, however, still after the recall, and so far alternate attacks will get that first blood and are looking for more here. No kills coming through just yet, but they're pushing Lions back. Aiko coming up huge, gets a double, but 3 for 2 in this next team fight. Next, really low. And the kill is good for Aiko. Lions getting that first point cap on top. Full swamp will be out, but no sticky means no kill. As we see the Lions lineup push, alternate back. So far, great job to turn things around into their favor. Aiko coming up big on that Genji, and once more, Cranks will be going down. Nice Bionade. Will mean that to Liz. Will drop down once more. IPN takes another. And Decode with that final kill on Nil means that Lions will be able to push them back. A lot of ultimates available for them as well. With that Dragon Blade available for Aiko, you might be seeing him use it, and yes, he does. Gets the first kill onto Liz. Nil answers with one off to Tricky, but so far still looking good for Lions. Cranks really low. Will finally go down. Primal Rage was used by Octo. Gets a kill onto MKL, but now with Nil, final member on the point, did try to swap it back over to alternate. Will not be able to get it, and Primal Rage will be used by Decode. Transcendence is the answer out of Ruby. And with Nex now popping that Tag Visor, looking for targets, but is going to be pushed back by Decode, and once more alternate not finding any teamfight wins. Means that Lions will have that point at 95%, and will be looking to get that first round win on Lijiang. very dominant round. Once more. Coming out of Oslo. And was very surprising to see Aiko there in that first team fight. Turn things around for this red team. Look great for alternate, as they did get that first blood and they did push Oslo Lions back, but wasn't good enough, and Lions managed to snowball with those old charges, not really overcommitting, and beautiful work coming out of him. Some swaps over on the blue hand side. Cranks that swap over to the Roadhog. Now we will see him even land the hook. Beautifully done. Means that first blood will be going over to alternate side of things. Nil getting that double kill. Now onto Decode. Looking for more. Gets a beautiful helix on both members, and Nil quad kill coming out of him. Make that a quadruple kill with Aiko and even Envision. Helix greeting for him. And a very good first point cap for alternate.
Much better.
Ult charge advantage also in their favor. Ruby almost ready with that nano boost. But Lions still looking to push them back. Now we see the pulse bomb going wide though. And with the hook, Cranks still managed to take Envision down before he goes down himself. Beautiful stuff coming out of him. And next now, even getting the kill onto Tricky means that the Lions team will be pushed back. 3 ultimates available for alternate attacks. IPN swapping over to the Zenyatta.
Much better.
2 ultimates available for Lions. But on the other hand, 4 ultimates ready to go for alternate. And with this many ultimates, it's looking really dire for Lions. They need to force as many of them as possible in this next team fight, and Aiko will be popping. That Dragon Blade goes down, however. Sound Barrier was used. An alternate coming up big here. Means that 86% cap over on their end. Lions definitely not looking great here. 93%. And Lions need to just try and rush to the point, but with Graviton being out, 99%. Overtime was forced, but can actually Envision do it? Envision does it at the end. He swaps things around. Didn't even spot him myself. Envision being the hero for Lions gets a kill there as well. And Envision does it. Keeps the dream alive, but Cranks looking to squash that dream. Sound Barrier being popped by Lions, trying to delay things as much as possible. Aiko getting a few extra kills. We'll have their Dragon Blade available. See if he's gonna be using it. He does go for it, and now Lions potentially coming up huge. Envision and Aiko looking to be the heroes here. And never mind what was looking like a sure dominant first or second round win for alternate. Now things turning around for Lions. IPN will go down, however, Nil popping that attack visor will be nano boosted as well. Gets 2 kills. And Aiko gets the kill in return, but still things are looking great for alternate. Looking to swap back the point to Liz. Getting even a double boop kill. And alternate aTTaX gets it in the end, but not without a valiant effort coming out of Oslo.
1-1.
And that was very clutch coming out of Envision. The sneaky secret agent Tracer managing to get that point cap back into their favor. Unfortunately for Lions, it wasn't enough, but It was definitely a great attempt. Alternate though will manage to equalize it 1-1. And we'll see if they can keep it up as the round will start. Cranks swapping over to the Pharah, Aiko on it as well. Zenyatta still the pick for IPN. So far though, no concussion blasts for any environmental kills on either side. Next, getting that first blood. Aiko answering with 1 in return onto Nil. Shield will keep his teammates safe. Over on Nexus side and setting his sights onto MKL. Will be really low but tricky. We'll get the kill onto Cranks rather. And Lions looking to take that first point cap. Octo, charge again. Doesn't get any kills. Will finally go down. And Lions gets the first point cap. But Nil, now with the attack visor, maybe a bit too overeager on it. As no nano boost up on him means that he will go down. Ruby didn't have him in his line of sights, I would imagine. Didn't really catch that one, but unfortunate for him is that he will not have that ultimate available. Ruby will be half HP now. Post bomb will not connect, but so far 1 for 1. And Octo gets a nerf shatter and gets a triple kill. This might be enough full alternate. Even going in with the charge does not get anything. And now MKL really low. Nice fire strike to secure the kill. Octo once again coming up big on this Reinhardt, but not before Tricky and Envision answers with a couple of extra kills. And Lions looking poised to keep the snowball rolling. 3 ultimates available for them. Soon 5. And Lions looking favored here to win this third point as well. Sound barrier coming through offensively out of alternate, and oh no! Nil will be pushed back by Decode. So far 1-1. And 2 for 2. Envision will be using that pulse bomb. Doesn't get any kill so far. Octo though, really low and does not go down. Alternate. Could this be it finally for them? 86, 87 now on the point for Lions. And MKL looking to delay as much as possible. Not quite to 99%, but alternate finally getting the team fight win. We'll get that first point swap, and no! Unfortunate for Nil. Aiko gets the concussion blast. Gets the environmental kill. Nil a bit out of position. And Lions looking in a better and better position here as woohoo. Aiko essentially getting another one there. But next now with Graviton, Earth Shatter was used for the blue team. Means that attack visor out of Nil will be able to keep the point in their favor. Win the team fight as well. And good stuff coming out of alternate attacks. Keeping this matchup close, but Lions now, all they need to do is win another team fight, build as many ultimates as possible. But next, we'll be using that Graviton. Gets the double kill. Transcendence coming in late out of IPN. Not really sure if it was a good choice out of him. Aiko getting the double kill, but will be really low. At least we'll manage to force the sound barrier out of the blue team. That visor available for Tricky. And he will actually straight up go ahead and use it. And Lions looking favored here to get the point cap back into their favor. So far though, Tracer, Cranks will take IPN down. And still alive on the point somehow. Setting his sights onto Aiko. Doesn't get to kill him just yet. Aiko will be popping that rocket barrage. Gets a double. Tricky securing a triple. And oh man, Cranks will manage to stay alive on the point. Pushes it to 99%, but still, Lions gets the recap and gets the point.
Score 1-2.
Really close matchup though, coming out of both of the teams. Really close fights overall. Cranks there, somehow managing to stay alive for a long time. Unfortunately for them, however, it was not enough. And now, once again, you will see him swap over on that Roadhog. And we'll see if they can take another round win here on Li Jiang. As Envision will be poking at the blue team from the sides. Dodges the Helix in time, as well as the hook. Nicely done by him so far, but gets the first blood. Doesn't get greedy too much there. Almost goes down, but it does have that recall in time. And Aiko getting a double means that Lions will be able to take the first point cap and push alternate back. IPN favoring that Zenyatta once more. Ultimate advantage in favor of Lions. But hook is good. Can they keep it up? No! Octo though, coming in big with a double kill. So far free for free, I believe, and nobody was on the point from Lions. Even Tricky now popping that attack visor, but not sure if it was the right decision. Envision, however, getting that double kill, somehow still staying alive. Looking to be as much of a pest as possible. Greets next. Straight up. Doesn't get to kill him, however. But Cranks and Co. still staying alive. And Vision getting the double kill. Cranks trying to answer with a kill of his own. But so far, kills are good on both ends. Big brawl, but with Octo back on the point, this is looking better and better for alternate as they still keep hold of this point. Nice charge out of Octo. Will pin Aiko down. And alternate with 5 ultimates lined up for them. Looking in great shape so far. Even nil. Position on top. We'll have that attack visor. Nano boost available for the combo as well. We'll see if that's what they were gonna opt in for this next team fight, and that is indeed what they're gonna use. Gets a double kill so far, looking for that third, looking for more, but Aiko will reset next, and Cranks getting a few kills of their own, but team kill is good for alternate. And even though Lions did manage to get that first point cap, they did not manage to keep hold of it, and alternate not being too greedy in terms of their ultimate, only using 2, will manage to keep hold of this point. But with so many ultimates available for them, Earth Shatter will connect onto 2, charge onto Decode, and once more alternate attacks will push the enemy team into their spawn. 97 seconds remaining, but Deja Vu strikes once more. Envision, that sneaky tracer that could, gets the point swapped over for them. Not for long, however, as alternate gets it back 99%, and with the staggered kills, looking to equalize it 2-2. Final kills coming through. Aiko, desperate hero attempt, gets the first kill, but gets smashed by Octo. And now alternate manages to equalize it 2-2.
Score 2-2.
And what a close matchup. do we have on our hands? But once more, we're going to head over to Night Market. This was one of the maps that Awesome Alliance won pretty handily, so we'll see if they can recreate that success and get that first series win on the board in the winners brackets, or if alternate will snowball off of that previous win and
My ultimate is charging.
win this series on top of it. As the round will start once
My
more.
tactical visor is charging.
We will see Octo rushing to the point. Tracer duels commencing. No, so far nobody going down, but the hook is great. And Octo gets that first blood. Donated by Nex onto Envision. And an alternate looking for that first teamfight win and first point cap. 3 kills so far for them. Nil and Co. looking for more. MKL dancing onto the point. Will go down. Even Ico bionated will fall, and alternate aTTaX takes first point. Nil gets slept. We'll have the rest of his team backing him up, however. Should be able to stay safe. Ultimates coming over on both ends. More so on the blue lineup. IPN swapping over to that Zenyatta once more. Definitely seems to be a pick that he favors. Now Ico going in deep. Will be using the Dragon Blade. Doesn't get any kill, however, and Nil with the Nano Boost. 4 kills, 4-0 in favor of alternate. And this is not looking good for Lions. 2 ultimates ready for alternate. More to follow soon, and Lions need to make it work off of a big pick off of Envision, but so far 2 for 1. Tricky gets one onto Nex, and we'll see him pop the attack visor to boot. Doesn't manage to get any kills so far. Looks for Cranks, but nice recall timing will keep him safe so far. And Cranks looking for that pulse bomb will force Tricky out, but still Lions managing to stay safe means that Nil will go down. But so far, once more, 1 for 1. Only Earth Shatter is good. Gets 2, and this is looking great for alternate. IPN will go down. Zenyatta left really low. Ico, the last member on the point, and 85% already built up. Lions. Final desperate attempt. Decode. We'll swap over to the Reinhardt. Ico will have that Dragon Blade, and they need to make it work. With 97%, now 99%. This is gonna be really dicey, but Dragon Blade is popped so far. 1 for 0. Nano boosted Whole Hog, pushing them back, and this is not looking good for the Lions. Lineup. Decode gets a kill, however, onto Telaze. Can he get more? Decode gets a 2, gets a triple. Will finally go down to Cranks, however, and can Lions do it? Cranks getting a double, looking to be that hero. Sets his sights onto Zenyatta. IPN finally goes down. Tracer battles commencing. Envision winning that one, getting a double kill. And can Lions do it? They finally pull through. And Lions. Envision coming up clutch with Decode as well. Decode getting that crucial triple kill. Lions not going down without a fight. Octo, however, will have Earth Shatter, and 99% already built up for alternate. Means that if they get a team fight win here, it's gonna be enough for them to win the series. So gotta keep our eyes peeled on Octo. If the Earth Shatter will be good. Gets 2. Tricky. Ooh, the boop though. The boop is great, but still 2 kills coming up through for the blue team. Cranks getting that double. Still have the pulse bomb available, and this is not looking good for Lions. MKL dancing onto the point, trying to stay alive. Will go down. Good attempt by Lions, but unfortunately for them, with Nil running back with the attack visor from the sides, we'll be able to clean house, and alternate aTTaX does it. GG.
Play of the match.
still a great series and a really close one. And what a beautiful way to start out the night. And fortunately,